friends, it's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I do my best to give you specific answers. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I'm so happy to see you all here today. Let me start by saying a big thank you. Laura T., haven't seen you in so long. I'm so glad you're here. Laura has been a member for 3 years, and thank you for that and for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Justine, thank you for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for being a moderator, and thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate that support. And of course, a special shout out to all the members and moderators. If you're here for the first time, you need to subscribe in order to get a reading. So please do, and we welcome you. We have a lot of fun here. All right, let's get going. I'm going to hop right on over to CardCam, and we'll get going. All right, there we are. As you can see, I am using Legacy of the Divine Tarot. Have I been using this a lot recently? Yes. Why? Well, because I unearthed it as I was going through some stuff. I haven't used it in a long time. It's still in relatively good shape. I love the way it feels in my hands. It's one of my favorite decks. I don't love it for in person because it's too dark of color. And a lot of people don't like that. But for phone, for online, all of that, it's become my workhorse again. It's been my workhorse before, and I've pulled it back into duty. So here we are. All right. Trey Cameron, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. I don't necessarily consider myself to be pagan, but there's a particular goddess I feel strangely some kind of connection to. Is there really some kind of connection? If so, what's the purpose? Does she have some kind of message for me? Could just be that I like her lore, but I mean, that is a connection. Liking something is a connection, right? All right. So what is the nature of this particular connection? Strength reversed. 6 of Swords. Wow, all of these reversals. That's so interesting. I think that there is a connection. I think you are called by this deity and haven't quite fully embraced it, but are considering embracing it. What is the message? The message is about remembering who you are. She can help you remember who you are. So I would say learn more about her lore and embrace her. You know, whether you're embracing the mythology or the deity almost doesn't matter. That's the thing I love about paganism. We know our mythology is mythology. And whether you're a hard polytheist, believing that the deities are real, or whether you're more a secular humanist sort of a pagan and appreciate the lore and the stories and the power therein, one way or the other, it's all good. All right. Claire C., good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for 3 years. Should I travel in the fall or in the spring? I think it depends on which trip. I mean, maybe there's a small trip each time. But they're both reversed and they're both big cards. So I want to say that's a depends question. And maybe both, maybe neither, maybe yes, but different places than what you're thinking. I think you're still working it out. Adriana Belange, so good to see you. It's August and I haven't been able to find yet a new job, a new place where to live, or improvement on my health. Life has been hard for several years now. What can I expect from now until December? All right, and let's look at those things. Okay, a new job? It is taking some time. It may be that the new job does not come until after the new year. What about a new place to live? It does feel like things are taking a long time to manifest for you. We need to look at this. And what about your health? Obviously, I'm not a doctor, but there are some things going on there too. So what do you need to do in the interim while you're waiting for these things to come about? You need to feel as unburdened as possible and as unstressed as possible, and have faith that it will happen, and to keep looking and keep talking to people. It may not happen until the new year, but you need to sort of stay positive and keep moving forward. It'll happen eventually. That's the key. Diana Price, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Strength has been stalking me all week during the Lionsgate. What is it trying to tell me that I'm not getting, and what can I do to incorporate its persistent message? Like, I don't seem to be getting, like 3 out of 4 2-card pulls have had it. So when we look at strength, there's really 2 characters, right? There's the woman and the lion. So what do you need to learn from each of these characters? The message of the woman is to be able to use your words effectively, to be able to use technology effectively, to recognize that your words matter and you should be heard. The lion, that you have the strength to heal from all those times when you were taught to believe that you should not be heard. This is about cultivating and using your voice, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. All right. All right, magical people, we need help. Smile Soul 20, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member for more than a year. So Smile Soul 20 has a difficult coworker, and with our collective advice, she put the coworker in the freezer, but this other woman is still starting in, even after putting her in the freezer, putting her on ice. So, advice for what more she can do there. Let's do the reading. Excuse me. My question today is, I just found out that one of our male coordinators is leaving at the end of next week for a new position with a prominent doctor. My question is, will his exit change things for good in the workplace? And the answer is yeah, it will make a positive change in the workplace. It absolutely will. Now, what about this other woman who has given you a hard time? She is so unhappy, she wants to make everybody else unhappy. And the key is, in your own energy, don't let her steal your peace. She's a bully. If it becomes ineffective to mess with you, she will mess with you less. And should you put her more on ice? I would do it again. I would. You know what I would do? I would put her on ice with a little bit of sugar to keep her from bothering you, but also to sweeten her disposition. Let's see if that helps. And we'll see if we get any other advice here. All right. Jeannie Mnuchin, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Dating for the first time in a decade. Will I be able to discern clearly when I meet someone who feels like the right person for me? Clearly, maybe. You'll get some ideas, but you'll fight with it because it's scary. But yeah, probably a little bit anyway. Are my guides helping me? If so, will some signs be sent my way? How can I recognize these? I don't have time to make mistakes like when I was younger. When will I be in a healthy relationship? Okay, so your guides are helping you, but the signs are going to have to come from your own experience. When will you be in a healthy relationship? Interesting. I mean, it looks like it can happen. I don't know when. There's that 6 of Pentacles again, 2 times now. So I wonder if like maybe in about 6 months, maybe? But I think it can happen, and I think part of it, Jeannie, is you have to believe that it's possible. You know, there's a whole history where it hasn't been possible, But going forward, it can be possible, and I think you really need to believe that. Mary, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I modified my resume. Is it now good for me to find a new and good job? Yes, well done. Much better. You are good to go. Get going. You will find a good job. Yes, yes. Pat Rainville, thanks for joining us. New to this channel. Thank you, thank you. We do so many fun things here. My question would be about my work and career and what message Spirit has about that. Okay, so regarding work and career, there's that Six of Pentacles again. Like, I feel like you know what you're doing, but I wonder if it's not fulfilling you. I wonder if you're in a situation where you're not feeling fulfilled. If you were to want to make a change, you'd want to be very careful not to destabilize yourself. But I feel like you're learning new things, maybe in a formal setting, maybe in an informal setting. That could help if you wanted to make a change when it comes to work and career. All right. Christine Hallowell, good to see you. What does Spirit want you to know? That it's important not to settle in with something that isn't right for you. That there's a lot that can be in your life that is temporary, and we know it's temporary, and we deal with it because it's temporary. But, it's important. It's important to not think that something that is temporary is permanent or should be permanent. That's the lesson. And that's kind of big, because I think you're looking for things that feel stable, as we all are. And there are some things in your life that are working but will not work in the long run. So I think it's important to remember that. So know the difference between what is permanent and what is stable. What is permanent and what is temporary. That's what I wanted to say. Know the difference between what is permanent and what is temporary. Oh, Jeannie Mnuchin, I had strength as recently as well. What is the Lion's Gate? So going back to like Egyptian astrology, I learned this from this channel, right? This is kind of new, being popularized, kind of new, and I don't know who brought it out first. But going back to like Egyptian astrology, there's this period of time from like the end of June to like mid-August that's considered especially powerful for manifestation and transformation, with the date 8/8 being the most powerful time. So that's been called the Lion's Gate. But that's like very new. Like I've only started hearing about it in the past few years. And my question is, who's popularized it? Who's brought it forth in this new way? I don't know. All right. Who is next? A penny for your thoughts. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for also being a moderator. All right. I am packed to move. Finally, congratulations. I'm terrified. I don't know anyone where we are going. How are we going to like it? Will we thrive? So, I mean, it's difficult to do this kind of a move, but I think you'll make friends quite easily. I think this is going to be good for you financially and in so many ways. Yeah, I think this is great. There is nothing to be afraid of. It's just new, but it will be fine. I promise it'll be good. All right. All right, and here we go. Justine, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. And thanks for being a moderator. Is it time for me to do the thing? And I don't know what the thing is in this context. Wondering if doing this thing will be as impactful as I would expect it to be. And is there anything particular I should know about how I should or should not go about doing the thing? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Hang on one second. YouTube just caught up and gave me feedback. I was like, is anyone here? Is anyone here? And finally. Okay, so Pat, I definitely do. Okay, good, good. Christine, does this relate to my potential career? It's certainly, yeah, I think so. I think so. Oh, and Smile Soul 20. Okay, I will try that. Will is not doing good. I am so sorry. Send my love to everyone there. I am so sorry to hear that, Smile Soul 20. And Dina says, I notice binding spells can take 2 to 4 weeks to see results. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Let's see. I'm just looking through to see what else I missed before we go on. Oh, and Diana Price, it's also an 8-year, yes. Febborn, I see Lionsgate as the infinity symbol, the magician. Interesting. Barbie Bird, still looking for that Lionsgate answer for me. I appreciate. Diana, that reading totally makes sense. I was away from the computer making bread. Okay. And oh, Cassandra, that one resonates. Okay, good, good. We are caught up. So good to see all of you. Thank you so much. Let's do Justine. Oh, Smile Soul 20. Today is Saturday. Try binding spells on Saturday, Saturn's day, and he specializes in that shit. Okay, go for it. Go for it. Perfect. I love it. Okay, and Jeannie, I definitely feel like it's possible and like it will happen now I'm on the right dating site, but it's feeling very unfamiliar after so long. I bet. All right, so Justine. Okay, so what do you need to know? Okay, here's Justine's whole thing about the thing. What do you need to know about the thing? The thing is about healing and releasing you from something you need to be released from. That's what the thing is, whether you know it or not. Is it time to do this? Damn straight it is. Damn straight it is. Will doing this thing, it will not be as impactful as you think it will be, but it's okay. It's okay. And how you should do it? In a kind, mature, and loving way. And how you should not do it in an angry or petulant way. How about that? Let me know what you think. Okay, Penny, for your thoughts. I did the freezer spell. The person isn't leaving the apartment any longer. Interesting. And you wanted them to. So, what you might do, the other thing is the dumpster spell. You do the same thing. You write up their name, roll it up, and put it in a dumpster. That might work too if you're trying to make someone go away. Again, it won't harm anybody, but just make them go away. You might try that. Never know. All right. Oh, and Diana says on Saturday, Saturn's hour is 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. And look up the Saturn Orphic hymn for a prayer to Saturn while you do it. Good. I like it. Okay. Where are we? Febborn. What don't I see coming toward me? Healing and happiness. Maybe. Surprise. Maybe. Choice Ocean. I love learning all this stuff in this group, right? Right? I feel like I should unfreeze now. Poor thing isn't having a good time. You could, or just take it all and dump it in the trash if that, outside of your house. All right. Melissa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. My rent is going up this year, so my living situation is on my mind. We've discussed this over the last few years, and I've procrastinated making a purchase. Prices here in Connecticut are very high due to COVID and lots of wealthy folks from neighboring states moving in. Prices seem to be coming down a bit, but still inflated for the price and what is offered. Older homes that need lots of work. What do I need to know about getting a condo or house, and what do I need to do in the next year of my lease to adequately prepare? Oh, Febborn, sorry, missed 4 words. That would be impactful. Do I need to re-say? Well, you can go back and listen. Okay. And Dina, dumpster, damn, right? Well, in the olden days, before we were worried about like pollution, we would put it in a running river. That's what was done. Whatever it is, you put it in a running river and let it run away from you. But now we have to find other things because you don't want to just put things in the water supply. That's not good for the fish. It's not good for anything. So, the freezer spell obviously is a newer thing, and it might not work for everybody. So we're all looking for solutions, but what we're trying to fix is we would have in the past put it in running water. And that's what we would have done. So that's what that is. Okay, so Melissa, in this next year of your lease, I think part of the problem is I think some of you would like to leave Connecticut. So the idea of purchasing in Connecticut, because you are here and you've been here for your whole life, the idea of purchasing in Connecticut feels normal but weird. It feels normal but weird, right? So should you look at buying something after this lease is up? Yeah, because even if you leave Connecticut, you can always sell it. So don't necessarily see it as an investment in, oh gosh, I guess I have to spend the next 30 years here. No, it's just, this might be the right thing to do financially. So look at it clearly as a financial thing, not necessarily as like, this is my home. Doesn't have to be like that. Doesn't have to be like that. And I think at the same time, while you're, getting things together to look for those things, you may also be looking at other jobs. You may also be contemplating an international relationship. Like, we don't even know that you're going to be in Connecticut a year from now. We just don't know because you're opening yourself up so much. So this idea of, man, I should not have procrastinated on buying a house or a condo or whatever. Yeah, no, out the window with that. You are perfect. You're fine where you need to be. No, you're fine where you are, doing what you need to be doing. And housing is weird everywhere. When I got to Florida in 2008, it was cheap to live here. It's not anymore, my goodness. So it's problematic everywhere, and letting it readjust is appropriate. So I promise you, you'll figure it out. Be open to the idea of any sort of move at the end of this lease, including purchasing something. And if you purchase something, think about it simply as a smart financial move. And let it be. Melissa, thank you. You know the inner workings of my mind well. We're birthday twins, so we have some similarities just innately. And we're not twins, but we're birthday adjacent. So we have some similarities anyway. So yeah. And we've known each other for a while, haven't we? All right. Barbie Bird, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. I'm going to stick with my theme from yesterday. How should I approach new dating experiences and guys that I'm interested in? Should I be more forward? I feel like no one wants to be the initiator these days. Does A feel similar to how I do? Curiosity is high today. Okay, so for those of you who have not been following along, yesterday, Barbie Bird let us know, and just, okay, she's in a new job. She's about to be in her new apartment next week. So a lot of new stuff going on here. And in all of this, she has met someone she has a crush on. I'm assuming that's who A is. I'm assuming A is the crush. So is A also interested? Maybe a little, but being very careful, not wanting to be inappropriate. Barbie, I only have a crush. Like, I never like many people, and when I do, maybe it's just the dopamine rush. But the thing is, for those of us who don't like many people, I'm that same way. When it comes to like, I like everybody, but when it comes to romance, you're not just attracted to anybody. And I wonder if this is someone you've met through work, because it looks like this person does think you're interesting, but is going to be careful around how to deal with you. Should you, with this person, make more of a move? No, just get to know this person as a friend. Just be friendly and have communication. When it comes to dating in general, I feel like you need to learn how to do it. And don't be afraid to do online dating. Don't be afraid to do that. Do not learn from your past. Barbie, yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing. Yeah, that's evident. Learn from your past, but do not think that your past dictates your future. And, at the end of the day, it's just communication. Just communicate with people. And I think this will lead you in a good direction. So, good. All right. I hope that answered your question. Okay, I'll try and build friendships and see what happens. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good for now. All right, Dr. Aled, good to see you. I turned down a part-time job since the pay was too low. However, I need an income. The job that I want can't tell me anything until the 14th. What are my employment prospects? Okay, so the job you want that's going to talk to you next week, maybe yes, maybe no on that. That one may not work out either. You need to be prepared for that not working out. Yeah, there's a lot of conversation about how dating is weird, right? It is. So, Dr. Aled, what we see for employment going forward, you will, within the next little bit, before the end of the summer, you will have a job that you can work, that can give you an income, that will help you. That will help you make your money and do your dissertation. None of this is real career. This is just what you need to get through until you actually have your PhD. Then you look for the real career. So it's just finding the temporary thing that works, and I think you'll find it before the end of the summer. Oh, Joyous Ocean, heading to a meeting. We will talk to you later. Take care. Okay. Where are we? Nalini Kalu, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Will things improve with my mom's mental outlook, or is this how she'll be for the rest of her life? It's made communication between us really difficult. All right. Nalini, your mom's mental outlook, this is what it is. And in a way, this is what it's always been. My mother used to say, people don't change as they get older. They just become more of whatever they were. And I think that's what's going on here. And so, yes, communication is really difficult for your protection. And it's hard for her, but honestly, she's been hard for you. So I know you want to do the best you can for her, but you're going to have to be boundaried and you're going to have to put your own needs first. That's just how that is. All right. Mixuir. I applied to re-up my short-term disability claim because I'm not ready to go back to work. What do I need to know about this? Will this be approved without incident? Okay. It probably will not be approved without incident. There will probably be incident, at least a conversation or something, and it will probably stress you out, but it will probably be approved. So just have the conversation and it will be okay. What else do you need to know about this? I think you're right. I think you need more time. You have benefited from this, and I think more would be helpful. So I agree with you. Cassandra Revelta, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. All right, here we go. So, within the last 2 months since I confronted Stephen with all the shit I found out, things are, or were, I don't know anything anymore, starting to feel really good again like they used to. And anyways, I don't know how to sum up my racing thoughts and questions, feelings, etc. about it. But what do the cards say about our present and future staying together? 7-year anniversary at the end of the month. Okay. About the present, I think as much as you are willing to forgive and move forward after indiscretion. Justine, this is your favorite deck. Okay, good. I like it too. Cassandra, as much as you were willing to, forgive and move forward, I feel like he has not communicated in the way that would help you to feel more secure. And so while, we're in a good place, there's still all this dancing in your mind, but there's also family trauma around this very issue. So it's hard, and I think you've been expected just to get over it like it was a hangnail when it's something so much more serious. And so I think we're really not okay. Even in the moments when it's feeling so good, it's really not okay right now. And so what do you do about that? I think you have to acknowledge that right now it's not okay, but on the day-to-day, you're doing what you can to just let time pass and see what happens. And if you can be copacetic while that's happening and being open to communication and growth, that's the right thing. So I think you're managing it everywhere except up in your head. And I think what you have to do is not be attached to an outcome. I think that's I think you have to not be attached to an outcome for the relationship. You have to be attached to an outcome for you and an outcome for your child in life. But you cannot be attached to an outcome for the relationship. You have to simply be attached to, may the best thing happen. May the best thing happen. Medium that rocks, I haven't gotten to you yet. No. So now the next part of your question, Cassandra, what do we see for the future, for the relationship? We see that whatever the right thing is, the right thing will happen. If the right thing is for the two of you to stay together, then so you will, happily. And if the right thing is for it not to be that way, then that's what will be. So I think you just have to trust that the right thing will happen and stay present and see where it goes. And I think that's the best thing you can do for yourself and everyone around you here. I think you're right to give it a chance, but you're not right to just assume that it's okay. Does that make sense? I know it's complex. Gemini Sun, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Will I achieve my 4 main goals by this year? If not, what is the time frame looking like? Anything I need to know or do to achieve them sooner? Okay. I think you're on your way to achieving them, but I think by this year is probably optimistic. I think what you need to know is that there's a lot of other goals that aren't even on that list that you're achieving every single day. And you need to give yourself some credit for that. And that will help you, be proud of what you're already doing and that will help you achieve more. That's what I think. All right. Dina Moskowitz, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What does the universe want me to know about a new career for me? This is heavy. It's a very, very big, heavy thing. And if you do it, it has to feel like a spiritual calling, because it's not going to be easy. And you have to work through a lot of like mental gymnastics and probably real logistics to figure this out. And I know you feel like you want to kind of get it going quickly if you're going to do it, and you should, but take your time to figure it out first, because it is complex and there is a way forward to make this happen for sure. But you have to figure it out, and it's a lot. All right. Virginia Sirwa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Later this month marks 2 years since my husband passed. I'm so sorry. Life has changed so much since, and I'm wondering what changes the next few months will bring. I think you're really going through your healing. We just saw those cards, and here they are again. And I think you're still trying to feel empowered to make decisions for yourself. Like, I don't think you've figured out what your new normal looks like yet. I think you're still sort of in just reacting mode and trying to heal, which is normal. It takes about 5 years to figure this all out. I think the thing is, you're figuring out kind of who is your support, who is supportive of you, who can be supportive of you, how you can be supportive of yourself. And that's helpful. And you're learning kind of what to trust and who to trust and when you can trust yourself. So it's a process. And it's all about learning. But it will start to get better from here. It will. Dina, makes a lot of sense. Okay, good. Good, good. Lumen, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I want to ask, what would be the outcome of my opting to move to a more part-time position versus to stay in my full-time role and hire a studio assistant? I've had many art shows coming up, and I'm already struggling with bandwidth as it is, and the deadlines are just going to get more intense with higher stakes, but will lead to even more opportunities, and hallelujah. Dora, haven't seen you in forever. Glad you're here. All right. All right. So, Lumen, the problem you have here, is the problem artists want to have, is that you're starting to have some success as an artist. So, is it better to go part-time and lean into the art, or is it better to stay full-time and hire an assistant? I could make an argument either way. If you go part-time, there's going to be some impact into, the day-to-day in terms of what you can expect. Money will still come in, but it's not going to be as reliable or predictable. But I think you'd be okay. I think it would be good, and I think that would be good to go part-time. If you hire an assistant, if you hire the right person, that would also work, but you wouldn't be as happy. I think all other things being equal, I think the idea of going part-time is a good one. I think it makes sense. I like it. I think you could make that work, and I think it would be good to put that energy into yourself as an artist and put that faith into yourself as an artist. So that's what I'm down for you. Okay. Damini, will I be successfully hired for the visa company job? The answer is very likely yes. I think so. Congratulations. Let us know what happens. Okay, Caroline McLaughlin, so good to see you. Hang on one second. Okay, Caroline, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for using members-only emojis. A message from the universe. Yeah, things are weird, but it's okay. Things are weird, but okay. Just when you think things can't get any weirder, it'll get better. So hang in there and catastrophize nothing. All will be well. It's okay. Hey, Celeste, good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. Up next is Laura T. Laura, thank you for being a member for 3 years. Really appreciate you. And thank you so much for the super sticker. Which middle school for me? I can't believe she's in middle school already. My goodness gracious. The one that starts with the D or the S? Which is better? Here we go. They both have their strong points and their problems, both of them. I'm going with D over S. They both have problems, they both have good points, but I'm going with D. Okay, and medium, that rocks. Kimmy, it's good to see you. You're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I start a new job on Wednesday. It's a retail chain. Not that enthused. What can I expect? It's going to be okay. I mean, there's a reason that this has not been your path so far. You know, you've avoided exactly this. But what this is going to do is give you some baseline of money coming in. It'll help you meet some new people. You won't have to do this for very long. You can grow your psychic business and you can just do this like part-time or whatever. You won't have to do this for very long. It's not great, but it won't suck that bad at all. And it kind of is, it is an okay thing to do for right now. And you only have to do it for right now. So it'll be okay. And I think the people that you're going to work with, some of them are going to be okay. Like, you know, it's not the best, it's not the worst, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it'll get you some money. And there you are. Okay. Chidi Mnuchin, subscribers only mode pretty much got rid of trolling. Yeah, it did. Okay, Imy, good to see you. Can I get back my ex? You probably could, but I don't think it would go well. Like, could you? Yes. Should you? Probably not. Julie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I went through a lot because of my colleagues. Sometimes I feel lost, hopeless, insecure, pain. I'm so sorry. Is there any advice for me, please? What is the situation now? Difficult. These people are not to be trusted. You do have friends. You need to figure out who your friends are and who they aren't, and do what you can to get yourself in a different situation is what you need to do, I think. Oh, Lumen, yeah, the struggle with relinquishing the financial stability for more time. I get it. I get it. But I think, like, you might as well jump on while the wheel is turning in your direction. You might as well jump on it. You like that tarot reference there? There you go. Okay. Oh my gosh, Joyous Ocean. Kind of miserable with an allergic response to the anesthesia or something after your colonoscopy. Oh my gosh. Clearly slowed you down. Wanted to know what the universe is trying to tell me as it relates to this allergic response that has slowed me down and canceled work. Okay, Joyous Ocean, I'm doing you next. Cassandra, thank you so much. Your answer was just what I needed at this moment. Felt like a nice warm hug. Hang in there. Yeah, there you go. Justine, you're so funny. Okay, here we go. Joyous Ocean. What does the universe want you to know about what you're dealing with, the spiritual side of what you're dealing with? This is time out for meditation, healing, and clarity. But you might also want to talk to your doctor to make sure it's not a bigger problem from the colonoscopy. So check with your doctor, please. Oh, Lumen, if I should just be upfront with my job and see if they're open to teaching less, you might as well. I mean, you don't know if you don't ask. You might as well. All right. Rosemarie, good to see you. I want to ask, when you said you were concerned about me being here, what was it? I also found out that Savannah has a lot of gangs and isn't safe. So, Rosemarie, I think you listen to a lot of things you shouldn't listen to. Like, what place is safe? You know, I mean, I go where you want to go, where you think you can afford, where it feels good. No place is really safe, right? I mean, come on. Cassandra, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for the very, very generous super sticker. Thank you for being a member, and thank you for that. Really appreciate that. So, Rosemarie, so should you stay down south or move up north? The thing is, like, I feel like every time you think, okay, I'm going to move here, you come up with a reason not to do it. And some of those reasons are legit. Some of those reasons I think are just up in your head, Rosemarie. But I think it's because you're having a hard time just doing a thing, because whatever you do is going to mark a particular change. And that particular change is the change in your marriage, which I think is more dangerous than anything else you got going on. So, broadly, would you be happier in the south or the north? I really almost think it doesn't matter. I think it depends on your mood. I feel, so what should you do? What should you do right now? I mean, I think either decide you want to stay where you are and stay where you are, or pick a place and go there. But I think you're caught up in this overthinking that will not allow you to go anywhere. And that's kind of the thing. That's what you have to get out of, I think. Good luck. And once again, Cassandra, I so appreciate your generosity. Okay. Okay. And Rosemarie, I am so sorry for what you're going through. I know it's really hard. I know that. SK, what can I expect in my work success and relationship success? Work, you've got some problems, but you'll figure it out and it will be fine. Relationship, I feel like there's been some loss and difficulty. I wonder if there's been a breakup or needs to be. I feel like that one way or the other, there's some closure that needs to happen. You need to figure out what's really true for you in order to have a healthy situation. Okay. Okay, here we go. K-Talks, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Will my finance and credit scores improve soon? Been a tough year and pregnant. I understand. It'll take a while. It'll take a while, which is just so normal for this circumstance, unfortunately. Try not to feel bad about it. Try to work around it. It will get better over time, I promise. I promise. Okay. K-Talks, you are very welcome. Okay, BC. Before we get to you, Rosemary, that is so true. I so overthink. Yeah, we all do to some extent, but I know you're doing that here for sure. I overthink. I talk myself out of it. I'm just afraid of choosing wrong again. So, see, this is what we got to go to. BC, I will be right with you, but we got to have this conversation. Rosemary, you get my full face for a minute. You didn't choose badly. I mean, okay, so we've all chosen badly, you know? But you didn't choose particularly badly. This whole narrative is like, I chose badly before and now I'm going to choose badly again. That cannot be the narrative. That cannot be the narrative. I think you chose badly a long time ago, having to do with a certain person you said I do to. But if that were a crime, we would all spend time in jail. Because at some point in our lives, we've all agreed to things we should not have agreed to. So, I feel guilty for getting my kids into this mess when I know better now. They have to deal with this crap. I need my son to be safe. He has to be out here working. I hate Atlanta. So if you don't like Atlanta, then find another place. I don't know that your son is particularly unsafe. I feel like you have a lot of anxiety around safety, but I think that's because you're not safe in your home. So you worry about safety outside of your home, but it's really your home where the safety is an issue, I think. And Medium That Rocks. I did 35 years finally released, right? It happens. It happens. So you've got to be able to trust yourself, Rosemary. And it's not about intuition. It's not about bad choices of the past. It's about here we are now. Where do we want to be next? That's all. That's all. All right. Good luck. Good luck. Okay, BC, thanks for being here. And Rosemary, your suburb was not safe. It might have been safe for you, but it's all an illusion. The worst crimes happen in suburbs. You know, this whole sense of what is safe and what is not, I think is messing with you. I think you've got that twisted in your head. You stayed safe, but not everybody did. And were you really safe? You weren't, because there was a monster in your house. So, there's that. All right. So I think you're looking for an illusion of safety that no longer exists. And that's what it is. And you need to learn to feel safe in yourself and recognize that none of us are really ever safe anywhere, anytime. And we have to just do the best we can. And there it is. All right. Good luck. Good luck. All right. BC, here we go. Welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Joanne, you are coming up. You're after BC. Okay. BC, I'm new. What am I supposed to do with my gifts? Okay, so I'm going to make a leap here and assume that when you're talking about your gifts, you're not talking about the trust fund. You're not talking about a book someone gave you. I'm thinking you're using the term gifts as a euphemism for psychic ability. That's my guess. That's my guess. So that's what I'm going to go with, is, you know, whatever psychic energy stuff you've got going on. BC, yes? Okay, good. Good, good. Okay. So first of all, like your awareness, like I don't love the term gifts. Because like when we talk about musical talent, we sometimes call it a gift, but we usually don't. We call it talent. When we talk about someone who's good with numbers, we might call it a gift, but usually we just say they're smart. And it weirds me out that as soon as we get to the psychic category, it's all like, oh, we have gifts, you know, like it's something special. It's not any more special than music or dance or math or any other thing that people can do. So that's just my rant, right? So when we look at what you've got going on there, first of all, in terms of your own talent, you have had some talent that you've been aware of since you were a child. And I think, BC, true, you're right? I think that right now, it's all about study, it's all about learning, it's all about exploration, because like any other talent, the more we learn about it, the more we explore it, the better we're going to be. So what can I tell you about that? you need to be confident in yourself, but also recognize that you can always be wrong, no matter what. And you need to find teachers, whether those are books or videos or mentors that you meet with or whatever, more than one. Anyone who says you can only have one teacher and that's me should never be a teacher. So I think, and I also think you need to really keep your own peace. And as much as you need teachers, in some way you need to keep your own counsel. I feel like you may have too many people whispering in your ear. So choose your teachers and don't let random people whisper in your ear. Let me know if that's helpful. All right. BC, I'm shaking my head, yes. Okay, there you go. And from there, it can take you wherever you want it to take you. Seriously. In terms of just your own edification and healing as you navigate the world, or if you want to use it in a more professional way to help others, absolutely yes. Okay, Joe 1, here we go. Feeling irritated with P right now. Should I give him a break or am I overreacting? BC, thank you for joining us. I'm so glad. All right, Joe 1, here we go. Tor, I just want to say I learned a lot from here. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right. When we look at P, I think P, I want to say P loves you but doesn't know how to love you and is kind of being like a child. Is that true? But I think there is love here. So I would say there are some things that need to be dealt with, but if you are interested in keeping this relationship going and moving this relationship forward, that's okay. I think it's like you have to figure out what you want to do. I think P wants to be with you. I think you have to figure out if you want to be here knowing how P is. Is P going to get better? Probably not. This is how P, but well, yes and no. In some ways, no. In some ways, yes. So I think I could see a story either way, where you just move forward and it's okay, or you don't. And I can't tell you which to do, but I can tell you that the things that are upsetting to you, some of them are legit, and some of them probably are you overreacting because you're in a bad mood. So it's a little from column A and a little from column B is the way I see it. Let me know what you think. Joe, true. Joe 1, true. And also, when will I be in a healthy relationship? Well, what you do with this will matter, but the larger question is, could this be a healthy relationship? And my feeling is so far it has not entirely been. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I've been giving you my full face this whole time. I'm sorry. I feel like it's possible that it could be, but you would need to have some conversations and make some adjustments. And then if it's not, you would need to walk away. So that's the key. Okay. Preetha. We're looking for a message from your dream for Preetha. And it's a message about finding your own desires and your own satisfaction, to figure out what it is you want and what you have to do to get it, to feel empowered that way. Vaishali, where am I in the path of enlightenment? What am I doing that is in enlightenment with my path? Am I not on the path I should be? I think you're on exactly the path you need to be, but it's a path toward security. It's a path toward healing. It's a path toward enlightenment. It's a path toward knowledge. It's a path toward all of those things. All of those things. And I think you're on that path, and I think it's not easy, but you're on that path and you're going there, so just keep going. Okay. Ali Mammon, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Am I on the right path for health? Obviously not a doctor, but I'll tell you what I see. If I exercise and eat healthy, will my health be fixed? I'm going to the doctor, but will I get better overall if I do this? Is there still anything I should look out for? Okay. If you exercise and eat healthy, I think that will help a lot. Go to the doctor. There might be something else the doctor needs to do for you. But I think exercising and eating healthy will help a lot. I also think stress reduction is going to be important. Joe 1, you are very, very welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay. Oh, Melissa, if you have time, can you remind us about the mirror spell? Yeah, if you have a neighbor that needs to go, take a mirror and have it face the wall or the ceiling or the floor, wherever they are. Reflect back at them. Doesn't look great in your house, but it is what it is, and reflect their energy back at them and they'll go away. Okay. And Clean Music Lover, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Will I hear any good news back from the VA about my disability? I'm sorry you're going through this. It's going to take a long time. We know the VA takes forever, but yes, ultimately, yes, you will get the news you're looking for, and that will indeed be helpful. Oh, the mirror spell, Smile Soul 20, you've done it and it works. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay, Penny, for your thoughts. Asking for my healer. He is in hospital with strange infection in his face. Will he be all right? There is something going on that needs to be healed. I think in the long run, yes, but this feels difficult and serious. So this person's going to need a lot of help. Clean Music Lover, you are very welcome. Okay. Cassandra, my mom wants me to ask about how the next couple of weeks are going to play out. Her and my dad got back late Sunday night from their 2-week camping Harley-Davidson trip. We start school on Monday, and my dad left on Tuesday for his own solo ride out to California to clear his head and hopefully get inspired to find a good job when he returns. All right, so Dad on his trip. I think he'll have a good time. And I don't know that he's going to get inspired, but he knows when he gets back he has to find a job. I mean, he does know that. So there you go. And for Mom, I think Raquel holds a lot of space for foolishness in some of this situation, but it is what it is. And I think the start of the school year will actually be good. Okay. Nor, how does Faisal view me as a person? Someone that I feel like you're someone that this person knows, and this person thinks that you are smart and attractive. Smart and attractive. Okay. Here we go. Sensitive Thug. Is Musa coming to see me today? I'm so sick of the runner-chaser dynamic. Yeah, maybe not. And honestly, there's one way to end that dynamic, which is to stop chasing. Seriously. Dora, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Hang on here. Where are we? Where am I? Where am I? Give me a minute. Okay. And BC wonders if Reiki is the path. And I really will only do one question, but whatever, I'll do that. And I mean, I think it's good to be Reiki attuned, but I don't know that Reiki is a whole path, right? Or if it is, I'm not sure it's a whole path for you, but it could certainly be part of it. Certainly, 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 certainly. Okay. Here we go. Celeste, where's your message? Okay. Okay, the next question I see is Revival of Venus. Hang on a minute. And yes, great time with the family yesterday. The kids were so good with their great Nana. It was so good. I'd love a message if possible. Should I aim to work for the institution I recently worked for or find something new? Find something new. Find something new. Find something new. Definitely. Okay, Penny, for your thoughts, be well. SK, you're very welcome. Just scrolling here. Looking for questions. All right. From my perspective, I've answered every question I could see. It is last call for readings, y'all. If you haven't asked a question or if you have a question for another person, if you're here, if I accidentally skipped you, whatever, I missed you, D9, I missed you. That's what this time is for. Let me know. Okay, D9, I see it. I'm going to you, D9, and anyone else I might have missed. Let me know. Will I have a closer relationship with B? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, and that may not be something you want to actively try to work toward. Good luck. Okay. All right, anybody else? Did I miss anybody else? All right, for those of you who are local, we've got our Panera gathering tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. Palm City Panera, join us. We have a class here next week. I think it's Thursday. So join us for that. There's a link to book a reading with me. Go ahead and do that. And I'll be back on Monday with your 3-card weekly reading. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you helping out with super chats and super stickers, I really appreciate it. Special shout out to the members and the moderators. Thank you all so much. Have a fabulous weekend.